Hi folks, Toad here with Visordown.com, and we have just come in from our first session on the Losail track in Doha on the new Fireblade CBR1000RR-R SP, bit of a mouthful, and I'll just let this guy go past. And this one. As you can hear, it sounds bloody phenomenal. It's got this Akrapovic slash Honda co-engineered can on it, which just makes it sound like a race bike. It's a properly lovely thing to listen to, especially on full chat down this kilometre long straight at Losail. So, first impressions are that it is obviously a completely different animal to the previous generation Fireblade. Not in the fact that it's very hard to ride. It is a physical machine because it's got a lot more power than the previous generation Blade. It's pushing out over 200 horsepower, claimed BHP's around 210 or 214 horsepower. So it is a completely different animal to the previous bike, but it is still extremely intuitive and falls from side to side with breathtaking ease. The suspension settings that we just went out on were really designed and set up for fast road and sports riding, and it was a little bit sort of soft. Not too bad, but you could tell that it was diving on the brakes quite a bit, and you could feel the suspension really compressing in some of the faster corners. But session 2, which we're going to be going out on in about 5 or 10 minutes, we're going out on track mode. So it's much firmer suspension. It's got the same BHP, but it's going to have a different throttle map. Traction control is going to be reduced. So the back end will spin up a little bit easier. We are running Pirelli Diablo Superbike slicks with tyre warmers, so straight out of the pits the tyres are up to a really good working temperature. It's about 23-24 degrees here at Losail at the minute, and it's kind of just in that sweet spot where it's not too hot and it's not too cold. Talking to the Honda engineers over dinner last night, the rider geometry of this machine, so the peg to seat to handlebar positioning, is... I wish they'd shut up. The seat to peg to handlebar positioning is almost identical, within a couple of millimetres, to the RCV213VS. So it's a much more aggressive riding position than the old Fireblade. The pegs are noticeably higher. As soon as you sit on it, you notice that they're higher, and it feels like a much more aggressive stance. And that is sort of down to the fact that Honda have built this thing to win on the track. They need to reclaim their glories in the racing championships across the world, World Superbike, British Superbike, and that's why they've done it primarily. So there we have it, Honda's new CBR1000RR-R SP from Losail. Let's go and have a listen to somebody go past. And it's at this point it won't be another bike for 10 minutes. As you can see, this track is extremely wide. It's a full-on Grand Prix spec circuit, so it's about 12 metres and about 14 metres down the straight, and it seems to me that every corner you could at least get on the throttle a good 5 or 10 metres earlier than you did, and just use more of the track. It's going to take quite a bit of getting used to, because it's so much bigger than the sort of spec tracks that we get in the UK, which I'm more used to riding. Here you go. There will be a full written review on Visordown.com, and there'll also be a full video as well. Thanks for watching.